Hey everyone, it's Gilz with your Postgame Walk Talk here in Madison Square Garden as the Cats are moving on to the Elite Eight thanks to a 98-93 victory over Michigan State here in the Mecca. Quite the victory for the Wildcats as K-State survives and advances. They go 1-0 as they always talk about. It doesn't matter how you get it done. Doesn't matter if you get your star player banged up as long as you pick up a victory. That's exactly what K-State was able to do here tonight. For the New Yorkers, this one was special. Marquise Noel banged up. He missed a few minutes of this game after rolling his ankle, and I don't think he's 100%, but he was certainly good enough to return back into this game and finish one out for the Cats. Noel, with 19 assists tonight, breaks a single-game NCAA tournament record for assists in one game. So Noel played his heart out tonight. Heart over height is always the story for Noel, and he couldn't have done it without his teammates. When you look at what K-State had on its roster, Ish Massoud had a K-State best, or the best that he's ever had as a Wildcat. 4 3-pointers tonight. Naquan Tomlin had a couple big buckets. He was really good cutting to the basket when defenses maybe took a break on guarding him, but the New Yorkers on the roster had a heck of a game, and Noel was complimentary of his entire roster for getting him 19 assists, right? And Massoud had, one of the biggest games, if not the biggest game of his life. That's something that I asked him post-game about. The Kentucky game was obviously, to that point, the biggest game, the biggest shots that he had hit in his life. But after tonight here in Madison Square Garden, he said that this was absolutely a bigger game. He absolutely hit some bigger shots tonight. So the storylines, they just seem to write themselves, don't they? And Noel mentioned that in the locker room, how it really is like a Cinderella story, just with how everything worked out. The New York kid who's playing in Madison Square Garden, who hurts his ankle and comes back and breaks the NCAA tournament, single game assist record. For all that stuff to be done, it quite honestly is just something that you can only dream about as a kid. But this is real life for Ish Massoud and Marquise Noel and Naquan Tomlin. Unfortunately, the Queens native Tyke Green, I don't think got on the court tonight, but still a special opportunity for him to play here. And the good thing for him is that K-State did win this game, so there's a chance that Tyke Green can still play here in MSG against FAU on Saturday. And the 9-seeded, FAU, they're not going to be an easy win, obviously. To get to the Elite Eight takes a good team to get here, right? And it doesn't matter how you get here, but good teams win and find ways to advance in March. And to bring up one of Coach Tang's famous quotes, good teams find ways to, Coach Tang's quotes, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. And K-State, this is a big-time game playing in the Sweet 16 in Madison Square Garden. They made big-time plays in the big-time moments, and you've got those players. You've got the winning DNA on your team, and just can't say enough about this game. And this was certainly the best game. I mean, we're going to look back at this game years from now, and this is going to be compared with the Xavier game from 2010 and the Kentucky win in 2018. Like, this is a top 5 K-State victory of my lifetime. I just turned 24, and this is certainly one of the best games. I think we'll give it a few days to marinate and look back at it and see what the rest of the season holds in store to give it a proper, ranking on the all-time wins list. But Noel was special. Ish Massoud was special. K-State battled foul trouble. Desi Sills fouled out in this game in regulation before overtime even hit. And so this team is now 5-0 in overtime, and there was never any panic from this team. Tang mentioned how once the regulation buzzer sounded, they went to the bench and they were calm, and they've been here before. They had 5 more minutes to go out and win the game, and that's what they did here in Madison Square Garden. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in and following our coverage here on GoPowercat. If you're not subscribed to GoPowercat, we're having a 50% off sale right now. It's a perfect time to be a member on GoPowercat. The message boards are hopping. Plenty of coverage here from Madison Square Garden as Kansas State is heading to the Elite Eight on Saturday against FAU.